Hi, Stitchers.
Keisha.
I'm Laura, and welcome to the Pattern Queens, episode 59.
Woo.
Today is Sunday, February 21st, and this is a channel mostly about cross stitch.
But it's also mostly about friendship, a lot of rambles, and lots of shenanigans.
And sometimes a restart when I don't have things set up right to begin with.
And a lost brilliant joke that you'll never know about. I'm just kidding. I was just giving Laura a hard time about it.
So we wanted to welcome you to our video. This is our format where we are doing the first and third, and if there's a fifth week, then we do the fifth week also as a regular Flosstube, and weeks 2 and 4 we do a Stitch with Us. And people have been loving the Stitch with Us.
Awesome.
I don't know if you saw last week's comments, but somebody said it was Valentine's Day, and we had a Stitcher who commented and said that she's a widow, but she definitely played along with us and answered all the questions and really enjoyed reminiscing.
Oh, wow. That's really sweet. Yeah. We answered questions about our husbands last week and our relationships. And I'm so happy that people are playing along with the questions because I think it's a lot of fun. And that's so sweet that it's like helping people reminisce and everything. That's great. Because I really enjoy kind of reminiscing and then hearing stories about you and getting to know you better, even though we've been friends for a while.
So I was really tired when I answered at least one of the comments because I wrote something about, I can't even think what my response was, but I used the word fun 3 times. And, you know, it's like, it's been fun doing these and it's fun answering all the questions, and Keisha's coming up with fun tags. Really, I have more of a vocabulary than that.
That's okay. You don't have to be a thesaurus every day.
It just was, when I read through it, I thought, oh my gosh. And we'll have fun till her daddy takes a T-bird away.
Perfect. Maybe next week's tag will be about fun.
And we'll play the Beach Boys.
Right. It'll be great.
Speaking about news things.
Yeah.
A piece of news. Yeah, go ahead.
So I don't know if you all saw, I think it was yesterday, Garrett and Katie announced in the Stitch Mania group on Facebook that it's closing down after Mania. So there's still some time because in their words, they wouldn't let it go out without one last hurrah. So
right. And if you haven't joined, they're not letting new people join just to be there at the end.
Right.
So, but
if you're in there, it's still open. And they said that they're going to archive the group, which means you can still go back and search through all of the posts. You know, if you know that someone posted something and you wonder, you know, the name of the designer or something like that, you'll still be able to do all that. It just won't be open to new comments and everything. But I mean, it takes a lot of time. And I think Garrett and Katie are great admins. Like, they really pay attention, especially with as many people who are in that group. They've really done a great job doing that. And in their post, they said that whenever Stitch Mania started, there wasn't really that many places on Facebook for cross stitchers to meet. And now, I mean, just about any interest you have, you can find a cross stitch group on Facebook for it.
Right.
So there are places that you can kind of land now and meet up. But we were talking last night that that's how we met, was through the Stitch Mania group.
And we live 10 minutes apart.
Right. And have for a few years now. And so that was we're a friendship that came together because of Stitch Mania. And so, you know, it's kind of sentimental to me. And so I just wanted to thank, I don't know that Garrett and Katie watch our channel, but thank you for all the hard work and having a place for Stitchers to come together.
And at that point, I was filming with my sister Nancy. We were doing the Addicted Sisters, and we announced that we were going to be having a meetup out at our LNS and then stitching together afterwards. And I posted that on Stitch Mania, and Keisha found it and went and watched our video. And really, I like you to tell the story because it just cracks me up.
So there was the post. I saw the post in Stitch Mania. I'm not sure how I saw it because there are so many people in that group, but I just happened to see a post about getting together at CC and Company, which was the LNS that I had been to, that they were going to go shop and then get lunch together and stitch. And so I was like, well, that sounds fun, but I'm not going to go meet a random person from the internet. No way. So I went, and I think I probably like clicked on your profile and saw that you had posted something about the Addicted Sisters, like in the group maybe. And so I went and I watched one of the videos because I was like, if I'm going to go meet a stranger from the internet, I'm going to know. And I watched to make sure that you weren't like a serial killer or something. And I watched and I was like, well, I'll go anyway.
I wasn't too creepy.
Not too creepy. So I went anyway, and then we met, and the rest is history. So
that's too funny.
Yeah.
In other news, I'm going to tilt my screen down just a little bit. Our friend Athena has a group called Stitching Goddess Designs on Facebook. Yes. And she is making t-shirts, and this is one of the designs. If you join her group, you can see all the things and order yourself some stitchy t-shirts, and she does a really nice job with them. So
yeah, and there are a lot of size choices, like pretty size inclusive, and a lot of different colors and everything, so you can really get what you want.
Right. And if you are coming to our Lost in Austin Spill the Tea event next Saturday, she has posted in that Facebook group and our Lost in Austin group, and she is selling one t-shirt design, one color specifically for the event. And it is really cute. And Katie and I got ours so that we could wear them at the event.
Right. I need to message Athena because I keep needing to, because I really want that shirt.
It's really cute. So but again, go watch that. And that is Athena's new Flosstube channel. It's Stitching Goddess Designs. So cool things.
Also, Athena's a nice person. So if you want to order something from a nice person, verified nice person.
Yes, there you go. Okay, shall we get into a little bit of stitching?
A little bit, not too much though.
Okay, we're going to start with finishes. And speaking of Athena, she did she's so funny. She did the hashtag Love Baby Snake Sal for her birthday. Mm-hmm. And we were supposed to stitch something that had Harry Potter, that's where the snake comes from because she's a Slytherin, or something about love because her birthday is Valentine's Day. So this is what I did, and I decided I would work on this little heart. I'm going to tell you guys a funny. I bought all of these flosses for the big design. Mm-hmm. And what I didn't realize is that they had put these down here and that they're different from these.
Oh, no.
So when I got ready to stitch, I'm like, why do I not have any of the flosses? Oh, and it calls for hibiscus, once from Weeks Dye Works and once from Gentle Arts, and they are complete opposite ends of the color spectrum.
Right.
So anyway, I stitched mine.
So cute.
There it is. So it was a SAF, a start and finish. And then I looked in, Katie pulled this out for me. It's from a sleeve that we had. Won't that be perfect?
So perfect.
So I will do that. And I forgot about this, but I can find this real quick. Another small finish that I had. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw it. I did this little pillow.
Oh yeah, so cute.
And this is actually the fabric that was on the outside of the book sleeve that the plaid was on the inside.
Oh, nice.
So this is the little box that came. That's the back, and I just show you that that's the filler. So this is the box that came in the nice list with the scissors in it.
Oh, right.
And I mean, it's a perfect size. So this I leave at work.
Nice.
But my threader kept getting caught in the filler that was in the box. And so I thought if I would just make myself a little pillow, it would be perfect because it wouldn't catch on it. I would still get the padding. So I did. I made myself a pillow for my little box to put my scissors and stuff on. But it's fun to look at the pretty bird every day. So
are your rainbow stork scissors your work scissors?
they are.
They're my work scissors too.
That's so funny. I actually have two pair of them. So mine are actually a work pair and a pair that sits at home that I get to admire.
Oh, gotcha.
Because I had a tester pair when we bought them ahead of time to make sure that they were okay, that they were not okay, that they were a good quality scissor to be able to use.
Right.
So, okay. And I understand you have a part finished, but you'll show us that in a little bit.
Yes.
So next up, how about stash?
I have some stash. So if you guys don't know, I have personal shoppers and their names are Laura and Katie Landis. And sometimes whenever I can't go to cross stitch shops, they just decide that they're going to shop for me. And we have been talking for a while about how we're going to do Death by Cross Stitch. Well, I'm doing Death by Cross Stitch from Long Dog Sampler, and Laura is doing Life After Death. Mm-hmm. And I think Laura really wants to start, and we decided that we were going to start at the same time. And so she's just like, any green piece of fabric that she comes across, she's like, do you like this one? Do you like this one? Here's a code for this website so that you can get a discount. Do you like this one? So finally, I was like,
I found a good one.
Found a good one. Because it's a big commitment.
Okay, and may I point out that you're wearing green today?
I like green, guys. It's my favorite.
We're each wearing our favorite color.
We are. Not planned. So anyway, this is the fabric I got. And it's a little more yellow than is picking up here. Yeah. But this is agave linen from Zweigert, 36 count. So that is what I'm doing Death by Cross Stitch on. And I'll just let you see. So I think the main floss I'm going to use for this is this one, 3809.
Yours looks way more green than the one we saw in the shop.
Well, and I think that might just be the light. Okay. It's almost just a true teal kind of. So, and then I kind of want to use like a white in there for some accent. So this is 3865. So you can see things are kind of washed out a little bit. And then this is one of my new favorite floss colors in the entire world. This is 3859, which is kind of like a dusty rose color.
Pretty.
So I think that's my floss palette from this. And also, full disclosure, Michelle Garrett, if you're watching, these are all from the Hildy model that I'm stitching right now. So it's just a little, it's not on this color fabric, guys, but I'm taking inspiration from the model that I'm stitching because Michelle has really, really good color sense. And so why not just go ahead and use that color sense?
There you go. Okay, so we brought you your only stash for the last couple of weeks, right?
Yep, that's true.
Oh, I forgot a piece of stash. Darn it.
Ooh.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to say hold please, and I'm going to go grab it because okay. I can see that my battery is about to run out as well.
Okay.
So I grabbed the other piece of stash. I didn't want to forget this. Athena brought Katie and I Valentine gifts last week.
Oh,
it's
fun.
So cute. So I got this.
Oh, fun.
Look at the cats in the background.
Those are so fun.
Now, here's what's funny. This fabric we used for one of our sleeves, and I wanted it so bad, but I had made myself wait, and it sold out. And it released the same day that we got these. And I mean, these are hysterical. Like, look, there's a cattail coming out of here. There's a cat in the washing machine. I mean, they're just nuts. And Athena liked, Where's the wonky one? Oh yeah. This cat only has one eye. So either he's winking at you or he's one-eyed Willie, but you know. So this is a bag from the 805 Stitcher, and I really love her bags. And she always gives you a cute little needle minder too.
Oh, fun.
And this is part of her logo. So you get
Okay.
this on your zipper pull.
Nice.
And you can see there's her logo.
Okay.
So she gave us 2 bags and she said, you guys get to decide. And she really kind of meant for this one to be Katie's and the other one to be mine. But the
Mhm.
other one is one that I had just bought myself from the 805 Stitcher.
Oh, really?
And when we told
So
her
she
that
knows
I had,
you well.
yes. And when we told her that I had been dying to keep one of these, then yeah, that worked fine.
Nice.
So thank you, Athena. And then Bag O Stash from Reflections. Can I just say now that Athena was taking video of the shop and I meant to, I thought, oh, I'll go do mine in a little bit when she's done. I forgot, you guys. So here's what that means. I have to go back to Reflections. Darn the bad luck. So Julie, if you're watching, I forgot to take my video and I'll do it next time.
Can we talk about how cute those bags are with the polka dots on them? Oh my gosh. I loved it.
And Katie and I both had on leggings with polka dots on them. We had the best time visiting with Julie. Right now you have to make an appointment to go in her shop. And so Athena and Katie and I had the run of the whole store. It was just us for 2 hours. And there are tables set up at the back so you can go sit down. We tend to make piles and then go sit down and sort through them. And Julie came and said, hey, do you mind if I sit down with you? We're like, yeah, come on. And she pulled threads for me for one while I was trying to pull threads for something else. And it was great. I loved it. So you will love the tour when I remember to do it. But she also keeps herself busy making some needle minders and some floss jewelry. So I bought this, I don't know, maybe I'll have to pull it out. I bought this needle minder from her. It's not going to live in this bag anyway, so why not?
Oh, that's so pretty.
Isn't it? I just thought it was cool. So that is my new needle minder. And then I am hooked on these things. I like to have a floss ring. I like to have a piece of jewelry on my floss rings so that it just kind of helps me find the beginning if I have them alphabetical, or it's just pretty. You guys, it's just more stuff that I want.
I love that.
So sewing machine, and then my charms are a cute little button and a sewing machine charm.
Fun. I love that.
And then I got, okay, that's very vintage.
Yes.
There you go. And then my charms are a little red flower button. Get in there. There we go. And a little heart. Oh,
nice.
There we go. I just thought they were cute.
Are you guys all getting up on your computers or TVs with me? I'm just like,
we all have to see. And I'm like trying to get, yeah. So she also keeps just some scraps. She will bag them up so that they're ready to go. And I found 40 count linen birch. Athena laughed at me and said I bought all brown fabric, and I did.
Hey, sometimes you need it.
Well, and I got things that, like this one, 32 count vintage pearled barley. Everybody talks about this, and I just wanted to get a piece and see how it is.
Yeah.
So I a lot of times in pieces like this, I will get things that maybe I want to try. So, I mean, you all know I like linen, but if you're an Ada stitcher who wants to try even weave or wants to try linen, or if you're an even weave stitcher who wants to try the others, or, you know, whatever. She had a whole basket full of all different types. And I think a lot of shops do that. And you can buy some smaller pieces to try things out. Now, I chose probably the biggest ones I could find because I think I'll enjoy them. And if I don't, I'll give mine to Katie. I also found 36 count Stars Hollow Blend linen, which I feel like is darker than what I had before. So dye lot must really make a difference with this. Mine was more almost white. And then they had a piece of 36 count Old Mill Java. The Old Mill was my LNS, and R&R named this fabric after my LNS because they did regular events there. So I had to have it, sentimental. Then what I went for was this because I've been collecting some of these. And it has both charts. It came with the linen and the beads and the buttons, and Julie pulled all the floss for me.
Nice.
So we shoved it in there. I should put it in that heart. This was one of our sleeves for Valentine's Day this year.
Oh, lovely.
So it's what my hearts are in. And I'll try and be quick with this stuff. I have antique birds and cages. I already have antique keys. Julie also has some of Carrie's Carrie's threads, and she had the silks. These are $2 a skein. So this one I'll use for the keys, and this one is it's more of a greenish gray, and I thought it would be really cool for this.
Yeah, for sure.
So there's that. Then I found this from, I'm not even going to try and pronounce my French, but it's from Collection Tralala. It just looked like a really sweet spring piece.
Oh, yeah.
Again, Carrie's threads. This is what I was pulling while Julie pulled threads for me. Look at those.
Those are so pretty.
So I think they're going to work perfect.
I've never used those before.
They are lovely. And I mean, just the feel of them is great. I probably should have gone back and watched my own video. I think I may already have this. If I do, somebody else will get it. If somebody wants it, somebody will get it. Yeah. Then I also got, I think these are hysterical. This is from Madame Chantilly. Okay. And I got
already on board.
What? Already on board.
Already on board.
Summer iced lemonade.
Oh my gosh.
And I also got winter hot cocoa.
Oh, I love that.
There's one out with a pig.
Ooh, well, I need that one with the pig, obviously.
And then I also got her Cats in the Rain.
Oh, so fun.
And I know that Sheila from the Sunshine Stitchers is doing this. And I want to get her conversion for the little girl because I love how her little girl looks. So I need that, a skin conversion. And I think she used, I want to say she used like wool floss for the hair so that it would have a better texture.
Yeah. So
I got to do it. I got to do it. Then again, from Collection Tralala, I found this pattern, Freedom.
Nice.
And the longer I look at it, the more I like it. So then I also found Bent Creek's Romance.
Oh, fun.
I don't think I have this row, and I really like the rows. Then brand new Jelly Bean Jubilee.
Oh, fun.
Love them.
Yes.
And all of those patterns are in this little booklet. So it's a pretty good deal. Are you looking for the pigs?
No, your skin conversion thing reminded me of something that I need to talk about whenever I talk about Christmas wreath from the Frosty Pumpkin.
Oh, okay. Then from Threadwork Primitives, I got Beggar's Fourth, which I have been eyeballing. And I got home, and so Beggar is the crow. I got home, and lo and behold, I have an email from her that says, from Nan Lewis, saying, Beggar's Luck is now available. It's the one for St. Patrick's Day, and it is beautiful with all the clover all over it.
Oh, wow.
I need it.
Right.
I also bought Bent Creek's Flag. It's from 1998, so I love some old patterns. Katie's convinced that I already own this one. If I do, somebody else may be getting this one. We'll see. I also got, this was a class kit, I know. Sue Hillis Designs, A Study in Blue.
That's really pretty.
And excuse me, I opened it up and I read how much floss I would need. And I found in the Carrie's creation, so they only had 3 and I needed a 4th one. And Julie pulled this lighter one. There was a 4th skein, but it was not the same color as these other 3.
Right.
And Julie found this one it's a whole different color, but we thought that it looked really nice and would work. So I'm thinking either like Joy in the middle could be lighter.
Yeah.
Or maybe, she said maybe I could do all the words with it.
Yeah.
I'll have to play, but that's what I will do. And also it was done on 32 count. If I do it on a smaller count fabric, then I would only use 1 strand and I won't have to worry about it.
Right.
And last but not least, I bought my Swan, Repeat the Sounding Joy from Kathy Barrick earlier. I got And Heaven and Nature Sing.
Oh, that's the perfect thing for you. I
love that. So, and when I get ready, I will get the silks, but I didn't buy them yesterday because I thought, I don't need to do that right now.
Right.
I was going to see, there was one thing. Now I'm going to teach you guys a lesson here because I learned a lesson yesterday. I had taken pictures while I was in her shop of charts that I wanted to get when I went back. And there was only one available of all the charts I had taken pictures of. And one of them is this, oh, there we go. Rose Quaker from Sticky Dean von der Wienberg. And right now they're not selling. You're laughing at me saying this, aren't you?
That's pretty good.
They are not selling paper patterns right now because of the pandemic. So I can get this as a PDF, and believe you me, I'm going to go ahead and purchase the darn thing because I love that. And I think that I need to get it started. And Julie said at Reflections, Julie McConnell said, yes, she wants to work on this also. She told me it's all DMC.
Wow.
But I love it. And I've thought about it ever since we were there the last time. I didn't pull the trigger on it then, but yeah, I've been dying. So was that enough stash?
That was a lot of stash.
Did you buy stash while I was talking?
I noted a few things. And I also noted the ones where you're like, I don't know, maybe I have this twice. And then I was like, how hard would it be to convince Laura that I need those Madame Chantilly ones?
Okay, so what about, did you look up the Madame Chantilly?
No.
Oh man,
I need to look that up.
You gotta see this because it's so cute. I have some of the cakes, but the drinks just cracked me up.
Oh my gosh.
Did you find them?
This one? Is it the jasmine tea?
Yes. So that's the spring one, right?
Yeah, spring jasmine tea is what it says. Oh my gosh.
And if she had that one, I mean, it's got a pig and a bunny. It's us together, right?
It's us together drinking tea.
Yes.
Perfect.
I just loved it. It's so stinking cute.
So cute. So cute.
I can't believe I'm going to have to get that one too. Stitch a pig.
Well, pigs are fun.
So that's all of the stash. How about onto whips?
All right, on to whips, on to whips. So I have been doing the 25/7 challenge unofficially. Maybe I'll join the Facebook group, maybe I won't. But I have been doing at least 25 stitches a day on Cozy Feet from Mill Hill. And oh my goodness, I have just been having the best time. And I've been doing between 25 and 40 stitches. I've just been kind of completing a section, you know.
Uh-huh. That's
that
kind of
kind
what
of-
I do.
But here is where I am on it now.
Look at you.
So
Keisha.
it's been great. So last time I showed this to you guys, I only had this top row of
Right.
the brown done. I had all of the flames in here because it's a fireplace, but I only had the top row of brown. So I've done all of this other brown in the past 2 weeks by working on it that way. And
That's
this,
awesome.
thanks. And this has been I have found a way to get up just about 20 minutes before James. Well, I get up before that so that I can take a shower and everything, but to have about 20 minutes before James wakes up, and I make myself a cup of coffee and I do my stitches on this, and it's been really nice. And then after I'm done with that, I go wake him up. So I've really been enjoying it. So once I get that brown block filled in, because the rest of this is all filled in with brown, so that'll probably take the next couple of days. Then I just have this top part up here above the brown left in regular stitches, and then I get to start doing beads. So
You are going to get there.
yeah, I mean,
It's
it's been
amazing, right? To do just a few stitches a day.
right. Well, and it's nice because this is one that I really, really like, but I didn't really have it in my plans to work on it. Like, it's not a whip go goal. And I've been so busy with doing model stitching and my whip go goals and the Christmas wreath from Frosted Pumpkin that I just haven't really had a lot of time for like spontaneously stitching on something else, which is fine. I like having those goals. I like those things that I've picked to work on. I love the models I'm working on, but it's, you know, things like Cozy Feet would probably get lost and I wouldn't work on it for a long time. So having that as just kind of my easy, like almost meditative project, you know, to work on has been really good. I've really been enjoying that. So
Awesome.
the next thing I'll show you the what we've been working on our Stitch With Us. Been working on R2D2 from Spot Color. Oh, and the Mill Hill is everything from the kit. And this is also everything that came with the kit, including the hoop. So I got all of the gray done on that. So during our next Stitch With Us video, whenever I work on this, I'll get to start filling in some blue and some colors that aren't, you know, 415. So looking forward to that. I worked a little bit, and sorry, this is still in the hoop because I keep telling myself that I'm going to work on it. But I haven't really gotten back to it. So I've been doing a lot of model stitching, guys. I've been working pretty hard on the model for Black Needle Society. But one of my Whip Go goals was to finish a part of Quotes to Live By from Stitchrovia in the Congdon. And I'm trying to finish the first part, which is way more stitches than I thought it was.
Oh, yeah.
But I got a little bit more pink in there since I talked to you guys last time. Not a whole lot more because I kind of switched. Last week, well, not last week, but the week before, I worked mostly on the model, so I didn't get a whole lot of stitching of other things done. But so slowly but surely, I've almost got half of the pink done. Then I have the other half of the pink to do. So I don't know if this is getting done in February. But you know,
You'll
they're
get there.
goals. They're goals. It's
Well,
fine.
and you know, WIPCO is whole year goals.
Right.
So.
Right. And then the next thing is, and I just closed out of the window again. I keep doing that. Is Christmas wreath from the Frosted Pumpkin. We got a new part this week. So this part with the blue bauble and the Santa Claus and the peppermint. That is new, and that just came out on Friday. And I kind of wanted to talk about that for a little bit. Your skin conversion made me think about it. So the frosted pumpkin, in conjunction with, and I'm just going to read the names off, the Sunshine Stitchers, so EJ, Gary, and Sheila.
Sheila. Yeah.
Right, Sheila. Sorry. I know that that's your name. I'm reading and my brain just,
yeah. And you read Sheila because that's what we
right.
normally see. Yes.
Right. And then Eling Chang, Melanie Watkins, who is the Soulful Stitcher, and Christian Montgomery of Married with Stitches worked with the designers at the Frosted Pumpkin to give us, and I'm just going to kind of flash it at you real quick, a whole huge skin conversion chart so that you can make the Santa Claus of any skin tone you want to make the Santa Claus. And I think that's wonderful. They have light tones and darker tones and mid tones and just like every DMC under the sun you can kind of see. So I think that's great. I'm so glad that the Frosted Pumpkin is working to allow for customization and inclusivity in their designs. And it's so cool that people from the cross stitch community have helped, people of color in the cross stitch community have come together to help make that happen too. Like, I think that's awesome. Mm-hmm. So I'm really excited. I'm not sure what ethnicity my Santa Claus is going to be. He may be a Latin man because I have a little bit of that in my background. So, but anyway, so all that to say, I'm really excited about that. But I finished part 3 of the Christmas wreath. I tried to get it finished before the next part releases, and I finished it on the day that part released. So
still counts.
Still counts. So here it is.
Wow.
So the house with Santa and Rudolph was part 1. This huge bow that took forever was part 2. And then this whole wreath part was part 3.
Awesome.
So, and man, I just love that green. So as I was stitching it, I was like, I'm not really sure because it's 3 different colors of green in there. I was like, I don't really know exactly how this is going to look whenever it's all done, but with it done, I'm like, oh yeah, this is great. This is great, and I love it. And this is on 28 count Heartland from Picture This Plus, and it's just the called for DMC. So I'm
cute.
Really enjoying working on this. This has been my work project for a while, so I think it'll stay my work project. So
such happy colors.
It's so fun. I get to keep Christmas in my heart all the year long.
What the dickens? So, yeah.
So that's it for me. How about you?
Well, I was looking around. I swear I brought back my 25/7. Katie, is there one of my bags up on your bed? Okay, so I must have just left it in the other room. And really, I don't know. You can kind of see in my pictures here. I've been working this week on WX and Y. Mm-hmm. And so then I added some of the little candles under, and I'll have to get more of it in. That was yesterday's, obviously. So I'll do today's and then take another picture. And my work project is Strawberrytown by Kathy Barrick.
So good.
It's my conversion. I'm using wildflowers from Karen Collection, so they're pearls. And I did this week decide that I needed a couple extra colors, so I threw in these 2 blues. Oh yeah, you saw my Oreos there, gluten-free Oreos.
How exciting.
So this one up here, that's kind of grayish. It's really a blue, but it is more of a gray blue. And that's a silk that I just wanted the extra color in there, but I only have the strawberries on this side and I'll be done.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
So I put in a lot of stitches at work this week because I've been giving tests and it's, yeah. It's kept me really busy. I still keep looking. I'm like, I swear I brought that darn bag back here. That's okay. Then, I chose a snow day project.
And we thought that one
Yes.
would go.
Yes. I never thought I would have to work this. And in fact, we were supposed to have snow today and then they changed it to rain. So my snow day project is Baby It's Cold Outside. And I am stitching mine on 32 count Jack Frost from Silkweaver. This is gorgeous fabric. I don't know if they have this out all the time or if you have to get it maybe close to the holiday when the vault is open, but I'm using one strand of floss, and kind of I use theirs as a guideline and picked from my stash. But
Wow.
that's what it looks like. I have one line of text and I have a few more snowflakes and I am done.
Wow.
Like another snow day and I would be done.
Right.
And also this was a WIPGO goal. My first WIPGO goal just got pulled for February, or it got called for February. The first goal was to finish the house. Well, I had and I guess I had the whole white part of this roof and the two little chimneys, and that was it. So of course, a snow day and I was done.
Right.
And then when it gets called again, it will be for a finish. So that will really help me out. I will be this far ahead because I have continued to only work on it on snow days.
Right.
So my exception might be that if I don't finish it, if we have another snow day, or if we don't have any more snow days, when it gets called, I'll probably go ahead and pull it out and finish it.
Yeah.
Because I'm so close. But otherwise, no, it just doesn't come out. And it's in my retreat sleeve. I love this one. And the inside, oh my gosh, you guys, it's this glittery floral.
So pretty.
Love it. So there's that one, but I'm really happy with the progress there. And it will be nice for me if we get another snow day and I get it finished and then it gets called and I don't have to work on that one during a month. Because I made 2 WIPGO boards.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
So in January, Away We Ride got called, both squares. So I was supposed to finish page 1 and page 2. Well, when I looked at this, so this is the squirrely one, but there are 2 parts of the bottom band, even broken up on the back. And then the inside, so the rest of it is like from here up inside. And I've kind of been looking at what I really think a page finish will be. I'm not pulling my hoop off. That's how far I am. I am almost around that border.
Wow.
And when I finish that border with that little bit of inside that I have done, I will have done just about 4,600 stitches.
Wow.
I think that's a page finish.
I'll count it.
So I'll mark one of them off. Thank you. I will mark one of them off and then just have the finish for the other one. So, and this one I have in one of our spooky Halloween sleeves.
Fun. I didn't bring my sleeve. I have a How the Grinch Stole Christmas sleeve, and that is the sleeve that the Christmas wreath lives in.
And that's it for my whips. I don't think I've worked on a whole lot more than that. I have been on a mission with the border on the Blackbird design.
Right. Sometimes you get that way. You're like, I'm just going to finish this. Yes. If I put it down, it's not going to get done. I'm just going to finish it.
And last week I had set a goal of 500 stitches a day to finish. And I managed in 7 days to stitch about 4,500 stitches. So that was pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this week, I was really, I'm pushing, trying to hit that 5,000 goal. I have had some days where I have just not stitched much. So my total is lower this week and it's 3,827. So it's, it's still, yeah.
Yeah. See, the goal I've set for myself is 200 stitches a day. And but I don't judge myself too harshly on the individual day. And I mean, last month I didn't reach that goal. I have a lot of stuff going on, and stuff happens. You don't always have time to stitch. But
I
I
do.
look at it.
I don't have a baby. I have time to stitch.
I am at the mercy of the James. But I look at it at the end of the month because, some days you just have time and you're just like, I've done a whole bunch. And then some days you're like, I have done 50 stitches. There are some days where it's like, okay, I managed the about 60 stitches that I can do at work during my break. And I've managed the about 25 stitches that I do before James wakes up, and then I didn't get any more done.
Yep.
So it just all averages out.
We were in the car yesterday and I did not sleep well Friday night. I managed to stitch 257 stitches in the car. And when we got home, I was just done. I was exhausted and I didn't stitch anymore. And last Sunday, we just had a fun day. So I stitched 800 stitches for the day. And then Monday, I only stitched 302. So,
yeah,
it does. It goes back and forth. And I feel like I love that 5,000 goal for me because I'm really pushing to try and get myself there. And I know I could do it. But also this week, my big excitement is that I caught up all of the Love You More orders.
Nice.
Like I was done. So it was really exciting. And I had everything ready. Katie managed to cut 2 weeks worth of sleeves for me. So I made her samples. And then we realized after I gave her all the samples and she took all the pictures that there was one that had been cut previously that we sent to a rep that I didn't make a sample of. So I have one more sample to make, but I made 2 weeks worth. So I don't have to make samples this week.
Right.
And that changes what my time looks like in the evening.
And what I've learned is that I can't tell you guys, oh man, James has been sleeping really well. I got like 500 stitches yesterday, because then right after I tell you guys that, I get less than 100 stitches done the next day. And then he doesn't sleep well and has a cold because he's teething.
Oh, poor baby.
So that's what I've learned about myself, is that I cannot tell you guys exactly how many stitches I do if it's good, because then James will be like, I saw the Flosstube and I think I've been giving you too much time.
Most days, seriously, I do not sit down to stitch until after 9 o'clock at night. So that's a lot of stitches for me to get done in the evening.
Right. Well, and I know this about myself. I'm not a very fast stitcher at all. And which is fine. It's not really, I base my goals on what I think I can do. Like I don't try to set things that are too unrealistic for myself. Sometimes I do. But, I kind of know how much I can average, like in an hour, if I have an hour of time. And so I try not to beat myself up about that kind of thing, or really compare myself to people, because there's no way. If we sat down next to each other, worked on the exact same project with the same tools and had the same amount of distractions, which is each other, you would probably get double the amount of stitches done that I did. And I just know that about myself.
And you know what? I never set a goal to be, and then am disappointed in myself. I always set a goal as this is what I would really like to try to do. And if I get there, then I'm like really excited. Hey, I did this. You guys, the week that I hit 5,000 stitches, it's going to be a party because I will be really excited about that. But am I sad that I only got 3,800 stitches? No, I had a day where I was over 800 stitches and 2 days over 700. That's huge when I don't start. I mean, last Sunday, yes, I stitched way more, but that's huge when I'm not starting until late in the evening.
Right. And your 3,000 stitches, that sounds like 2 weeks worth of stitches to me, So it's like, so I just, all that to say, if you're a person who sets your goals, don't try to measure yourself against other people.
No.
It's really opened my eyes to kind of record how many stitches I do to find out what a realistic goal is for me.
Mhm.
So just measure yourself against yourself. Don't try to
Yes.
measure yourself against others.
And you're very numbers driven. And I know that I mean, we talk about this all the time. Athena said she used your method and she counted out sections on what she had left on a model that had a really strict, tight deadline.
Right.
And she figured out, oh, okay, well, I have to do this many a day to get it finished to allow myself time to do the fully finishing on it. And she said, it ended up being a really small goal, so it took a lot of the stress off.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that helps. But yeah, and I don't know that I've talked about this on here before, and if I have, sorry, I'm going to repeat myself. But
rambles, that's what we call them, right?
When I was on Flosstube maternity leave, I didn't really watch a lot of Flosstube because it made me feel anxious, because a lot of Flosstubers, obviously, if we're making videos, we stitch so that we can show you things that we've done. And a lot of people have a lot of progress, and whenever you don't get to stitch that much, it can make you feel kind of anxious and like you're not doing enough, that you're not like living up to what other people can do. You're not finishing things as fast as other people finish them. And so I didn't really watch a whole lot of Flosstube whenever I wasn't making videos, and I'm still not back to what I used to watch. But I think above all, remember that this is a hobby and that goals are fine. If you want to set goals, if that helps, if that makes it enjoyable for you, those are good. But don't beat yourself up about how much progress other people are making. Don't beat yourself up if you don't meet your goals, because life happens. And maybe some days you don't feel like stitching. We're not all like Laura, who can stitch every single day for 500 years.
Okay, the Sunshine Stitchers say it's a WIP, not a JOB.
Right. Perfect.
And I love that. It's like, yeah. I think maybe we need to get Athena to put that on shirts too. Right. So yes, keep calm and stitch on. It's enjoyable. This is, I mean, for me, this is my stress reliever. And I mean, we've laughed about all the crazy things, like playing floss chicken is a real thing. If you don't know what that is, that means you have this much floss left and you have 40 stitches to go, and you play floss chicken trying to see if you can make it to the end and not have to load a new piece of floss. And also, if you're me, you stitch faster, because if you stitch faster, the floss will last longer.
Right, you'll trick it into going longer than it should.
So, I mean, we just enjoy stitching, and I think it's been great. We've helped each other with setting different goals and choosing things. Part of how we bonded in the beginning was over magical stitches, when Keisha knew more about what was in my stash than I did.
That's right. That's because I was a Laura Landis fangirl from way back.
She would say, "Don't you have that pattern? Don't you have that whip?" Why, yes, I do. Oh, okay. You want to talk some plans?
Yes. So I plan to continue working on Cozy Feet. That's definitely going to happen. And I'm going to work on models, which very exciting. I'm getting to the end of one of them. And so, oh man, I'm so excited to finish that one up, because I've had that for a while. So I'm excited to get that done. And then, very exciting, I now have fabric. We're going to start our long dogs, guys.
So have we agreed? Are we starting them next Sunday?
I think so. So in lieu of our usual Stitch With Us pieces, we are going to have a very special edition of the Keisha and Laura Stitch With Us, and we're going to start our long dogs on camera.
I may pre-start one stitch just so that I don't have to spend the whole time and be distracted while you're asking questions.
Okay, well then
I'm good if we pre-start one stitch.
We will do one stitch, but you'll get to see that second stitch. That's our guarantee to you.
I could even just pin stitch and come up where I need to make the first stitch.
Perfect.
Then I won't really have started. I will have just anchored my floss, right?
Perfect. Sounds
Okay, I don't even have to make a stitch. I'm just
there
gonna
we go.
pin
So
stitch it.
join us next week. We're starting them. We're starting them.
Okay, you have your picture of death by cross stitch. Here is my life after death. Now
So,
here's the fun thing. Where are you gonna start?
well, obviously up here with this little horse. Well, he's a
Yeah.
unicorn actually, but
And I will be starting right here at this little corner. And I don't
well,
know
I
if
might
I'll
start
do,
with border, I guess, but
yeah. Well, I was trying to decide if I'll really start there or if I'll move in and start with the steps and the people.
you
But
know
I'm a
what?
bottom right starter.
I'm probably gonna start with that unicorn. I'm gonna be a rebel and I'm gonna count into that little unicorn and I'm gonna start him first and do the border later.
I'm so excited. I'm just noticing they did do some parts of my pattern lighter than others. And I wonder if maybe I'll have to, I don't know if you can see it if I get in there. Do you see it on the steps?
Oh yeah.
Like right there.
Uh-huh.
And it's all through here. Like there are some adorable little, what I would call frogs. I'm pretty sure that's a frog. So maybe I need to find a, like a DMC, a solid DMC or a solid silk to put in there with it. Here's my floss already got, look, it's my shirt.
Okay.
And this is my
We are who
fabric.
we are.
My fabric is a really pretty periwinkle lavender. Yeah, terrible color today. You're not going to get it.
Yeah.
But that's it.
So here we
So
go.
I may have to get a like another purple to go with it that I can do those extra things with. Or maybe I'll find, maybe I'll find a pale green.
Ooh.
Because that would be really, really pretty for those
That would
things.
be really pretty.
So, okay, but next week, we're so excited. And we had said, so we were trying to figure out, we had said we were going to try and do 1,000 stitches a month. And so we were talking yesterday and said, oh, so we're kind of already behind. And I said, wait, didn't we say that our ultimate goal for the year was to stitch 10,000 stitches? And I think that's what it was. So if we have to do 10,000 stitches, we were just trying to give a couple of extra months to have some leeway. So now if we get this started, which we will, on the last day of February, I can't say it, February, then we will have to stitch 1,000 a month.
Yep.
To hit our 10,000.
So it's going to be intense, guys. And Laura will probably meet the goal and I will probably fall short, but it's okay.
Yeah. You're only a half-time stitcher. Does that mean you only have to do 500 a month?
Sure.
See, we support each other.
That's right. That's right. Laura's really good at finding excuses for me, and I appreciate that.
So if you break that down, that means you only have to do 125 stitches a week, and I have to do 250 stitches a week. Okay.
Totally doable.
We got this. We got this. And in other plans, I will probably keep on that Away We Ride, because I want that border finished, and that will be one page finish, and I'll get to mark off one more block. I'm also supposed to be working on Coming to America, which I did make a little progress, and those pages are way stinking bigger than I thought they were. And the number of stitches that I have put in, like I don't pre-count like Keisha, obviously. So I am asking a lot of myself, but I told myself that I am using my WIPGO as full year goals. And this is why, because I look at it and I'm like, oh yeah, I can get that done in a month.
Right.
Well, I could if that's the only thing I worked on.
Yeah.
But I have that Coming to America. I also have the Irish Blessing sampler that I'm supposed to do 4 bands. And again, I didn't look at that ahead of time. So they're not really in bands. So I'm going to have to kind of figure out like what kind of a section I'm going to get done for a goal.
That sounds more like a March project anyway.
Well, it'd be cool if I would get it done before then. And then my last one is Count Your Blessings, which is one that our LNS shop owner, Kathy, designed, and it's Rosie and me. And it's a very pretty sampler. It's all one color. I love my fabric. It is easy stitching. So I've been trying to do the more difficult things first, and then I'll just go in and work on that one also. So I've been, I got started on A Way We Ride, and I haven't hit the point again where I'm like, nope, time to stop. So I'm just pushing. And if I can
Yep.
get through the border, I think that's probably it for a little bit.
Right.
And I'll set it down and I'll move on to another one.
Awesome.
So those are my goals. And today is the 21st.
It is. New starts for you.
I don't know. I'm debating if I'm having a new start on the 21st or not,
Or if
because
you're just delaying it a week.
oh yeah. Well, and I know that this next Saturday is the Spill the Tea event. And Katie and I are planning to start our piece from the box. I'm still not saying what it is, but we're planning to start our piece from the box. So maybe I will pull that out and I will pre-start mine. So then I would have a start today, and then I would work on it next week.
Nice. Perfect.
It'll be exciting. And we went to a bakery yesterday and we got some fun little things to have at our tea event, our Spill the Tea event.
I'm just going to make a cup of Earl Grey tea. And maybe I'll have some cookies. I don't know.
Well, it'll be fun.
It'll be fun.
Okay, and I've rambled plenty enough for us.
Oh, well, I mean, like you said, we promise rambles. We promise it.
We do. Oh, and the one thing I didn't say about the Black Needle Society is that if you did not see it this week, wow, you guys, the cross stitch world has amazingly supported us, and we have hit subscriptions that are more than double where we thought we would be at this point. So
amazing.
We're going to put the brakes on just a little, and we have capped our subscriptions right now. So you cannot buy a subscription. However, you can get on the waiting list. And as boxes are available, because not everyone who subscribes wants every single box. Right. So as boxes are available, then people on the list will be able, or those boxes will be available. And if people drop off the subscription list, or we increase our number of subscriptions, then we will take the people on the list and add them to, we'll check with them to see if they still want to purchase a subscription. So exciting. And we put a cap on this because we want to continue to work with small makers. We understand that asking people to make the quantity that we want in a short time frame is just not feasible. And now that Katie is at home full-time working on the boxes, on the businesses, she has more time to plan the boxes out further. And we're hoping that by doing that, we will be able to eventually increase our subscription number, because we will get to ask people, like I would say, hey, Keisha, can you make me 1,000 needle fob or scissor fobs by next year in September? And you would have all this time to do it. So, but at least it would be September of 2022. If we're asking you now for that,
that's good.
Allows me more time.
And one of the things that I enjoy about the Black Needle Society box is that you do use small makers that I haven't necessarily heard of before, or people that I've heard of in the cross stitch community but haven't had a chance to buy something from. So because they usually do such small batches of things. And so I think that's I mean, it's a bummer if you didn't get on the subscription list. But you also sell specialty boxes that are outside of the normal subscription. So if you're bummed about not being on the subscription list, be on the lookout for those, I'd say.
Yes. So yes, absolutely. And you triggered something and then I can't think what it was. I just lost it. That's okay. Happens. But we're really excited about this and just ever so grateful to everyone who has come along. And remember, we do have the Black Needle Society Facebook group, and once a month we host a free Stitch with Us event where we all pile into a room and we just chat and have such a good time. We had a great group at our last event last Saturday, and it was wonderful. There were a lot of people there that we hadn't met before, people we had met before. We had a whip parade. Everybody showed what they were working on, and it sparked so much discussion, and it was wonderful. Katie and I got to kind of sit back and go, y'all talk, we're stitching. So it was great. So that's it for me.
That's it for me too.
Okay. So I guess then all that there is left to say is bye.
Have a good week, guys.